Hi guys, it's Mary, Queen MLV. Talk to me Tuesday on Tuesday, June 1, 2021. And I have almost nothing to show you. I can tell you some things. I've been really busy designing up a storm. What I hope to do in the next few days is start long arming. I've got a gajillion, I've got a huge stack of stuff, but a couple of things that just really need to get done. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing on my next year at Doom block. This is the most special block to me of the whole quilt, and it's because it's my favorite author, and he is my favorite author, and I haven't read his book. I'm talking about my brother. He did write a book years ago. He has to update it every year. It's a treatise, and so he has a contract that he updates every year. He spends a week at our beach house every year doing the updates, keeping it current, and it's been out on the market for many years. And it's a ton of work for him. But anyway, he is an author. He is a published author, and I am very proud of him. And so he is my favorite author, and I haven't read his book. Anyway, a while back he gave me his shirts. I think I told you this. Hold on just a second. Did you see my hand? I'm like touching my screen like I have a touch screen. I've never had a touch screen computer. Anyway, he wears white button-down shirts every single day. He wears suits, and he wears white shirts every day, and he buys very good custom tailored shirts, and every many years he wears them out and he has to start over. So he was ordering shirts a while back and had just absolutely worn these to shreds. And I asked him if I could have his shirts because it's really fine Egyptian cotton. White. So I have a stack of those, and I've been putting them in here and there when I need a patch of white, but I will do something special with them one day. And then a couple of days ago, I asked him for a tie. I said, do you have any ties that you know you're never going to wear again? And I'm acting like he's 90 years old. He's 2 years older than I am, although Saturday he just got older and I didn't. Anyway, he pulls out this hanger full of ties, and he says, these are the ones I don't wear. And I had him pick out his favorite, and this is it. So this is a nice silk tie. It's got a cute little lining that looks like that. And what I'm going to do for the block for his book is I'm going to put his book with his name on it, and the book will be made out of this tie and then stitched on. And then I'm going to take other parts of the tie. I have this started, and it's a lot of applique. And remember that when shirts go threadbare, they go on the collar and the cuffs first, and the buttons. So I'm using like the worn out part of his shirt, which is to me just quite ironic. He's probably not going to like it. And he doesn't have any idea what I'm doing with the shirt and tie. So I took the collar of a shirt and the back of the back, like if you would cut the collar off and leave some of the back so that the collar isn't empty in the middle. It's actually got a label in it. So I have this collar, and I applique it onto the background, and I'm going to applique a tie, this tie, onto that collar. So that's going to be my brother next to his book, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's going to be probably the least attractive block in the quilt and probably the least matching and silliest block in the quilt, but it's going to be my favorite because, like I said, he's my favorite author. So anyway, I've been designing that, and so I have lots of shirts, so I didn't hesitate to cut the collar off of one, and I could get another tie, but I just I'm working on it, and it's got to be right. So I'm doing that. I've been doing all of my same blocks, still working on wedding quilts, still working on the Michelle's stars, still doing all of that. And Jennifer O. I started a quilt along with Linus a while back, and I was making 2 of them, and I gave up on it, and I will not go back and finish it. It was an adorable quilt. I'm just not going to ever do it. So I ended up with 3 of these bears, and hers were, I think, applique. I don't know how she did her bears, but mine's reverse applique. I did this. I wanted to figure out if I could do reverse applique on my long arm because I was wanted to make the thing for last year's swap on my long arm, and this is what showed me I could, so that I could design that and did it and sent it to Michelle. So I have 3 of the bears on this. It looks white, but it's got some purplish in it. On this background, bears are different colors. And then I have 3 more bears on a different background, and then I have 9 bear claws on this background and 9 bear claws on the other background. Anyway, I'm going to put these together and make you 2 baby quilt tops for Linus, and you can take them from there. So they're kind of cute. I also have a tree in a house, but a tree in a log cabin, but there's no room for them on these baby quilts. So we'll see what we're going to do with those later. Anyway, those will be off in the mail to you in a couple of days. My giant flowers on the wall. These seem like they're taking a long time because each flower is just 4 blocks. But I'm not just making the blocks. I'm designing them, coordinating them. I'm up to 9 now, 9 giant flowers, but they'll come in sets of 4. And making the patterns right and testing it and lots of other stuff. And so I have 9 of them designed. I have fabric for 5 or 6 of them. And I have 1.5 of them finished. They're 4 blocks each. I have 1, and then I'm on the 3rd block of the 2nd one. So I'll show you what I have. And like I've told you before, I'm in my tiny house. It's not a tiny house. It's a small house. I'm in my small house, so it's hard for me to show you big things. But I'll see if I can get a picture at the end. Anyway, I think I showed you this block. And here's the thing. These 16-inch blocks, each flower will have 4 blocks, and vertically. The 2nd block is a stem. So I think I showed you this 16 by 16 inch stem. The 3rd block will have a stem with leaves on it, and all of them would be different. And I realized after I cut this one to 16 that I don't want to cut these edges off until I get it long-armed. I think might just come in a little handy there. So they're going to be cut down to 16 inches. So this is flower 3. So flower 3, block 3 is the stem with the leaves on it. And each one has these 3 blocks, and I don't know why, but they all do. So that, I think I showed you. Block 4 of flower 3 is more stem. Every block 4 starts with more stem and then some ground. So that's how that stem is growing out of the ground, and that's his grass. And then block 1 up at the top is always the head of the flower. And some of them are stars, some of them are pinwheels, some of them are suns. They're all kind of different. But flower 3, block 1 is this star. And the 16 inches goes right to the points. So it'll just be these 4 things and binding. So that's flower 3 finished. Then flower 2 starts with, you know what I don't have a flower 2 yet is, I'm certainly missing a block here. Flower 2 doesn't have block 2 yet, which is just the stem. I can tell you that this is the background on flower 2, and this is the stem. Hold on, I have lost a block. I will go find it. I was gone for half a second. It was on my foot. As soon as I moved, I saw it. Okay, so block 2 is basically 16 inches of this, that background and that stem. Block 3 had, okay, this is block 4, which is the ground. That's stem and ground. See those leaves? See that grass? That grass is tiger stripes, and it matches her leaves, which brings us to this square, which is again the stem, again the background, again the 3 blocks, and those are, this block ends at the top of those leaves, and those are her leaves. And then block 2, because that's the one I haven't done yet. It's not her block 2 isn't just blank stem, it's the tops of these leaves. They kind of look like snakes on the design, but when you put the tiger stripe on it, they look like leaves. So these leaves are going to hook up and with the leaves above it and curl. And then the flower at the top is going to be this blue and this fabric in kind of a star. So it's coming along nicely. I'm very happy with them. And I spent a lot of time on the patterns, and they're working just as planned. So kind of fun. Then I decided, this is the fun part. And Michelle keeps stealing my ideas before I do them. Michelle, once again, I decided to do giant flowers, and you decided to do a mini lighthouse. And then I decided to do a second one of a second set of a different size, and then you have the bigger regular size lighthouse. So just keep reading my mind. Anyway, what I did was I think in Molly's room, in Molly's house, I'm going to hang 4 of these on the wall, and between them I want a wall hanging. And it's I'll show you a picture of it. It will be, first let me show you a picture so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this wall hanging, the set will be 4 flowers and the wall hanging. And the wall hanging will be 2 of the flowers, except instead of the face, the stem, the leaves, and the base, it has the face, 2 stems, 2 leaves, and a base, and there are 2 of them. So you see how they zigzag along there? So I think that's going to be real cute, and I don't know if I want to do it in the same fabrics so it clearly matches, or if I want to mix it up to show how versatile it is. I'm not ready to sew that one yet, but I did design it because it popped in my head and it had to come out. So that's what I've been doing, and like I said, designing just a whole bunch of other stuff. And then the flowers just keep coming. So 9 of them so far. And a couple ideas are still there that need to go somewhere. So I don't know how many of these flowers I'm going to do, and at some point I might make a horizontal one that'll be miniature flowers. And so that's right when I got that idea of putting a row of 7 or 9 miniature ones, it'll probably still be 16 inches high, but it'll be 4 times as small, a quarter of the size, because it'll be 16 inches high instead of 16 times 4, and then it'll be as long as however many flowers I have, and I don't know what I might put in between them. Anyway, that idea is still coming, but when I committed to making the miniatures is when I saw Michelle's video, and dang if she didn't steal another of my ideas. So, just goes to show my mind is got some holes in its security, I guess. Anyway, that's what I've been up to, and we did go to a restaurant and ate inside. It was the first time I ate inside a restaurant. Since COVID started, both my brother and I had been to one restaurant, and that was about a month ago, and we ate outside on the patio, and we're the only people out there over the river. And Saturday, we took him down the bayou to his favorite restaurant, and we actually ate inside. It was nice, and the food was unbelievable. It was nice being all vaccinated around other vaccinated people and having dinner in a real restaurant inside. So we're getting there, baby steps. I'm not inclined to do a lot of that. I'm just I think that in theory I know it's safer, and I know that I am probably safe, but I don't trust other people yet, and so we'll see when that happens again. But anyway, fully vaccinated, eating in a restaurant like the good old days. That's all I got for you. So I will. I'll see if I can get a shot of my entire flower 3. And those are working titles. We'll have to name them at some point. If anybody has a name for this guy, let me know. See what kind of flower he looks like. And he's a he. I think this one with the tiger striped snake leaves is a she. So, and she's got more of a star. You'll see. See you next week.